Ladies and gentlemen.
But let's talk about what we really want to talk about. Justin Baldoni. Let's talk about that tape. Okay, you guys. When I saw this released on Tuesday, I desperately wanted to make a video then, but I thought, no. I'll wait till Friday. We'll talk about it on Friday. This is what I think, you guys. Blake is a flagrant liar and not a very good one. And the fact that she would try to make such ridiculous claims about events that happened, knowing that there was evidence out there, just shows how incredibly self-righteous she is. Because she thought that no one would dare to call her on any of this. And I don't know if she's just spent her whole life manipulating the truth and has always just been pretty enough for people to just want to take her side. But that literally ends today. Because she is mean. She is a mean person. And we've seen it. We've seen it in the clips. We've seen her being rude to other people. We've seen her being unkind to interviewers. Like, I won't even bother to replay those because you guys have seen them 1,000 times. So I won't take up more of your time. You guys know that stuff. But here is yet more incriminating evidence. And I can't even believe that she tried to paint this video as as something that completely wasn't. Before we even play the footage that we're going to talk about, I need to give you some context for that footage because you need to know what she said this footage was, the way she described it in her complaint. This says, on another occasion, Mr. Baldoni and Miss Lively were filming a slow dance scene for a montage in which no sound was recorded. So they're not supposed to be really necessarily in character, they just got to get some footage. Mr. Baldoni chose to let the camera roll and have them perform the scene, but did not act in character as Ryle. Instead, he spoke to Miss Lively out of character as himself. At one point, he leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips from her ear down to her neck as he said, "It smells so good." None of this was remotely in character or based on any dialogue in the script, and nothing needed to be said because, again, there was no sound. Mr. Baldoni was caressing Miss Lively with his mouth in a way that had nothing to do with their roles. When Miss Lively later objected to this behavior, Mr. Baldoni's response was, "I'm not even attracted to you." So, there she is just trying to be in the scene. And then he's like sniffing her neck and making her feel weird. And then when she said don't, he said he wasn't even attracted to her. Really, Blake? Well, that's not what he said happened. In his recollection of this, he stated, as they were acting in this montage scene, Lively continued to break character and speak as herself rather than as Lily, which was extremely confusing for Baldoni, who was trying to balance directing the scene within his artistic vision, while also acting in character, while filming and trying to get Lively to do the same. So, remember, this is a person who has continued to be difficult on set and tried to wrestle and wrest the project from him. So even in this, he's like trying to direct, hey, okay, you're Lily and I'm Ryle and let's get this going. And she keeps breaking character and we'll see it. We'll see it. She's completely not playing her character. It's not him, it's her. She is the one. Lively apologized for the smell of her spray tan and body makeup. Baldoni responded, "It smells good," and continued acting, slow dancing as he believed his character would with his partner, which required some amount of physical touching. Yeah, because it's supposed to be like this flirty scene where, they're being cutesy, so he's being cutesy. And if she was in character, as she should have been, instead of not taking his direction as the director, she would have not been offended at all by what was going on. But she's the one that's breaking character and then being like, we weren't supposed to be in character. Well, that's not what he said. He's the director. You shouldn't listen to him. Okay, I need to stop. Let me finish what he said. Lively took them out of character again and began to joke about Baldoni's nose, which he laughed off and joked in turn, given as Lively joked that he should get plastic surgery. Lively incorrectly alleges that this scene was filmed without sound. Baldoni was wearing a microphone, and the entire exchange is captured on camera. Any suggestion that this scene was filmed in any manner other than pure professionalism by Baldoni is unequivocally countered with actual evidence. Her allegation of sexual harassment is a documented and knowingly fabricated lie. Okay, well, now we gotta watch the footage, okay? And this is what I want you guys to pay attention to. She is so flirty. She's like giggling and she's being like coy and cutesy, and both of them are talking. She's talking about her spouse and the way they interact together, and should they try something like that between the two of them in this scene. And then that causes Baldoni to talk about the way he and his wife interact together, and so they end up talking about their spouses and stuff, but they're doing it in kind of like a giggly, sort of flirty little way. Again, because cameras are rolling, this is montage footage. It doesn't really matter what they're saying in the scene because that's not what's going to be used. But he's clearly trying to get back into the character that they're playing and kind of leave off this like little chatter like, okay, well, yeah, officially we're not using the dialogue, but let's just keep playing our character so that we can get this footage and then move on. So, yeah, like, he sweeps her hair from her face and, he's being physical with her. Not in a gross way, though. Like, that it seems congruent with the way they've been behaving. And she doesn't seem repelled by him. You tell me, does this look like somebody who is repulsed, frightened, scared, feels like she is being assaulted, feels like she's being used and abused?
Oh my gosh, we don't shut up.
And Emily and I have we have these moments where
staring. You just stare.
Literally we've done it for like 5 minutes. it's like, I think you would find it terrifying. It's literally, and like
when
time.
I found a sociopath.
And like time stops.
Yeah.
But like, that's just how it's been for us from the beginning.
No, we're like, oh my God, there's not enough time.
Oh. And they score again.
Yeah. Again. It's like, oh my God, I forgot to tell you something else.
I think that's cute. You guys are really cute.
I think it's more than cute. It nosy noses.
And my nose is so big.
Yes. I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then
I'm not getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
Nothing from that scene made me feel like she was really upset about anything that was happening. She seemed more than in control of what was happening there. Now, her team is saying, See, this video shows us exactly what we've been saying all along. See how uncomfortable she seems? And the joke about the nose and stuff, I mean, that was just because she was so uncomfortable, because the whole scene's uncomfortable. And it was just really hard for her to be that close to somebody who was just so, aggressively always taking advantage of her. And, so if it seems like she was being a little bit uncomfortable there, it's because he's a really scary person to be around. And this proves it. But see, first of all, I don't think she seems uncomfortable. I think that she seems like she's kind of just a mean girl that flirts by being mean. And secondly, this video does not even portray the incident that she described. So for her team to come running back over and being like, no, you can see she's uncomfortable. Okay, but even if that were true, which I cannot even concede that's true, this video does not describe or show the incident that you claimed happened. So you can't come back now and be like, can you tell? Can't you see how anxious she is? How awkward she feels? No, I can't, because I'm too distracted by the fact that no one was licking her neck like she said they did. You know what I'm saying? It's not, she looks ridiculous. This whole thing looks terrible. Now, what's crazy is that, she's filed her lawsuit and Justin's filed his lawsuit, and now she is trying to come out, and her people are trying to come out and put a gag order on him, that he can't come out and talk about any of this, and that, that's enough. No more trying this in the court of public opinion. But wait a second, Blake. You were fine about trying it in the court of public opinion when you went and ran your little butt cheeks on over to the New York Times. And when you leaked a bunch of information to them and talked to them about how Justin Baldoni was on a streak to destroy you. When you worked with them and leaked all that information and gave them all kinds of info that they otherwise would not have, somehow you didn't care about it when we were trying things in the court of public opinion then. So why does it bother you now that stuff's coming out that makes you look like such a monster? It's like, just don't be a monster. See, it's like the chickens have come home to roost, have they not, Blake? So you can't be in panic mode now. You spent years being unkind to people. You're not a decent person. You're mean. And this is the consequence. And she's just shocked and amazed and chagrined that this is all the way things have ended. I have no patience. I have none. I really did try, too, to be, like, even-handed, as you know. Because I don't like to just suddenly decide that, oh, well, you know, I don't like that one person. So I'm absolutely going to take the other person's side, regardless of if I could be fair. I'm not going to be. I don't want to be like that. I try to be fair with every story that I tell. I try to find some middle ground, but I'm losing my ability to do that with Blake, and I didn't have it on this episode. So maybe she'll do something, and maybe I'll see something, and so I can come back to being sort of fair and in the middle. But for today, I don't have it for her, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get it back.